Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, in our today's lesson, we will discuss about the scales of thermometry. Basically, what does mean by the scales of thermometry? It is simple meant the measurement of the temperature. If we want to measure the temperature, then we will use the three different scales or the three different units for its measurement or for its explanation. So these three units we have. First one is centigrade, or it can also be write as the degree Celsius. Next we have the Fahrenheit, and the third one scale we have it is the Kelvin scale. So these three different scales have been used in the thermometry, which is used to measurement or to measure the temperature. So let's have a look on it. The first one is the Celsius scale. It is denoted by degree Celsius. For example, if we have the temperature 0 degrees Celsius, and the second scale we have Fahrenheit scale, which is denoted by degree Fahrenheit. And then we have the Kelvin scale. It is denoted by K, which is the capital K. So when the temperature we have at 0 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit, it is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and in Kelvin it is 273 Kelvin. On the other hand, by increasing the temperature in degrees Celsius to 100 degrees, now the stem point of Fahrenheit it will be 212 Fahrenheit, and in Kelvin it will be equal to 373 Kelvin. So 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 212 Fahrenheit and 373 Kelvin. The change over there it is 100 degrees Celsius. Here is the change of 180 Fahrenheit, and here is the change of 100 Kelvin. So let's have a look how these different units are interconvertible and how these units are interrelated to each other. So the first one is centigrade scale, or it is also known as the degree Celsius. Basically, this unit is having 0 mark for the temperature, so it can be written as 0 degrees Celsius, and at 1 atmospheric pressure. And when the mark is increases from 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, it indicates the temperature of the water, that is the boiling point of water at 1 atmospheric pressure. And this is mainly the 0 mark known as the temperature of ice. So here we have two terms, the temperature of ice and the boiling point of water, which is 0 and 100 degrees Celsius respectively. So the space between these two terms has been divided into equal 100 parts. Equal 100 parts. So when we count from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius, it is having equal parts from 0 to 100 parts, and each part is equal to 1 degree Celsius. This is the most simple way to measure the temperature, and in degrees Celsius the temperature of the human body, that is a simple example, it is almost 37 degrees Celsius. After that we have the second scale, which is the Kelvin scale. So Kelvin scale is basically also known as the absolute temperature or the absolute scale. This is the second name for the Kelvin. So the melting point of ice, when we have a look on the melting point of ice, atmospheric pressure is 1 atm, it is 273 Kelvin. So 273 Kelvin, it is the melting point of the ice. And when the water boils, so the boiling point of water at same 1 atm, it is equal to 373 Kelvin. Or more precisely, it can also be written as 373.16 Kelvin, which is the boiling point of water in Kelvin scale. So the temperature on Kelvin scale can be converted into the degree Celsius. Here you can see that when we have the temperature at 0 Kelvin or absolute 0, in centigrade we have minus 273, and by increasing it from 0 to 273 Kelvin we have the degree Celsius in 0, and this is the freezing point of water. On the other hand, when it increases from 273 to 373 Kelvin, then the degree Celsius we just reach at 100 degrees Celsius. This is a simple relationship between centigrade and Kelvin scale. Now we can also convert the degree Celsius into the Kelvin scale. Simple. If we have temperature in degrees Celsius, we have to add 273 Kelvin in it, then it is equal to the temperature in Kelvin scale. So this is the most important part of the Kelvin scale, that how we can convert it centigrade to the Kelvin scale. And then next we have the third one scale of thermometry, which is the Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit scale, it is denoted by degree Fahrenheit. As a melting point of ice, when we have a look on melting point of ice at 1 atmospheric pressure, it has a mark of 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of water at 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So the space between these two temperatures has been marked and equally divided into 180 parts, and each equal part, or each a single part, is equal to 1 degree Fahrenheit. On the other hand, what is the relationship between degree Celsius and the Fahrenheit? When the temperature is in degrees Celsius is minus 273 degrees Celsius, which is absolute zero, then the Fahrenheit we have minus 459. There's a difference of between these two temperatures. When we have minus 78 degrees Celsius, which is the dry ice or the solid carbon dioxide, then Fahrenheit we have minus 108 Fahrenheit, and when we have 32 degree Fahrenheit water freezes, which is 0 degrees Celsius, and when we have 100 degrees Celsius our boiling point of water, in Fahrenheit we have 212 degrees Celsius. Now here the question arises that how we can convert the Fahrenheit scale into degrees Celsius. So it is very simple. The formula that we can use, it is the degree Celsius temperature is equal to 5 divided by 9, and then the Fahrenheit temperature minus 32. So this is the simple formula by which we can convert the Fahrenheit into the degree Celsius. On the other way, we also have a formula in which we convert the degree Celsius to the Fahrenheit. So this formula we have, it is degree Fahrenheit. How we can gain it? By 9 divided by 5 and degree Celsius plus 32. So this is a simple formula to gain the temperature in the Fahrenheit scale. So these are three scales that are interconvertible and we can easily gain this. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries you may ask me about that in the comment section. And the next topic that we will discuss, it is the general gas equation that we will derivate in the next section. For that time you guys have a good day and Allah Hafiz.